Hello, I'm back again with another video, and I'm trying to pump a lot of these out, at least recording the audio, because I'm going to be away for Thanksgiving and not have the chance to make any. So today's topic is going to be Demon Slayer, and in more specific, its ending. So if you do enjoy, please subscribe, and let's get into the video. So a common complaint about the Demon Slayer ending is that it felt rushed and not entirely fleshed out. In the Infinity Castle arc, all of a sudden things just kind of come to a head, and before you know it, everyone's fighting Muzan. Now, I think the series after the Swordsmith Village arc takes a weird turn where it just goes turbo mode, like, okay, we're rushing to the end, everything's happening, and overall it is a short manga. It's only like a little over 200, maybe 201 chapters if I'm remembering correctly. It's definitely felt specifically in the Hachira training arc and Gyu's storyline, as well as some of Sanemi and his brother. It all just feels very rushed, and I feel like that arc in specific feels the most rushed. But once you get into the Infinity Castle and Muzan, I actually don't have many problems with those arcs more specifically. I actually think they're both done pretty well, but I wish there was more build up to them, and I think that's the problem. All of a sudden, in the Hashira training arc, we see that Zenitsu gets upset because of a letter that we later find out to be about his grandpa committing suicide because Kaigaku becomes a demon. And then without really seeing any of this training, we see him look focused. We get to the Infinity Castle arc where he then essentially one-shots an Upper Moon demon, that being Kaigaku. So again, it just happens very fast, and the thing itself is really cool, but I wish there was more build up to it. And that could be said to just about any one of these moments, even Sanemi and Genya's relationship. That whole thing could have been a little more fleshed out. We do get a decent amount of it, and I'm satisfied with it, but I would have loved to see even more interactions between the brothers. It feels like everything was just stuffed in that final arc. I think we should have gotten an interim arc between the Swordsmith Village arc and then the Hashira training, where we get to see Zenitsu and Inosuke go on a mission while Tanjiro is recovering from the Swordsmith Village arc, and I think it should have been Zenitsu, Inosuke, and maybe Obanai. And which one of the Upper Moons they'd be fighting, I'm not necessarily sure. They don't even have to fight an Upper Moon. Maybe it was just some other powerful demon or some mystery, but I think that could have been a cool arc to flesh out Obanai's backstory even more, because out of all the Hashira, we see the least of him, and it would have been really cool to see. But yeah, for reasons that I'm not completely sure of, I think the mangaka did want to rush to the end. I think it was some personal problems they were having, which I completely understand and respect, but I wish they could have just been allowed to take a break, maybe by Shonen Jump, and be able to fully flesh out the story. But nonetheless, I am satisfied with the events that happened in the ending. I just wish there was like an arc or two more in between. So yeah, overall I still love Demon Slayer as a whole, even with this ending. And again, as I keep saying, I feel like it's redundant, sorry, but the ending itself I did like. It's just I wish there was a little more. It would have made the impact of this ending mean even more, and especially with all the deaths and sacrifices, I think it could have been absolutely beautiful. But I did enjoy it nonetheless. And yeah, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed, please subscribe, comment your thoughts on Demon Slayer as a whole and its ending. Do you agree with me that it would have been cool to see an Inosuke, Zenitsu, and maybe Iguro arc in between the Swordsmith Village and Hashira training? And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.